Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, the one and only Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes. And I know you got a good word this morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm excited to share the word today based on the song by Dietrich Hatton, which is what? Back to Life. Dietrich is basically saying that somebody is looking up to you. Make sure you don't let them down. Please remember that there are those in this world who will want to see the model that they can aspire to become. So whatever else you do, when others look up to you, live such a life that you don't let them down. Don't be phony. Be real. Don't be artificial. Be authentic. Make sure that you stay so connected to the God above you that when others see you, they can see God in you. And when they see God in you, the good news is God will convert your life into a message. And the message that your life is a message that says God is good, God is able, and God has a plan and purpose for your life. So y'all, here it is. Dietrich said, be an example, be the one to stand. God will set the money for the man. He said, be an example, make sure that you take a stand so that when others see you, they know that God is real, God is alive, God is at work. Listen, don't let folk down when they're looking up to you, because God is using you to make a difference in someone else's life. Y'all, it's back to life. Back to life basically says to all of us that just as you looked up to someone and they gave you inspiration to keep on keeping on, somebody is looking up to you. Make sure you don't let them down. Y'all, it's about being back to life.
There it is. That's a good word this morning, Pastor Haynes. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at FH Unscripted. You can also check out my sermons on YouTube, Frederick Haynes. I'm on Twitter at FH Unscripted too.
There it is. All right, Pastor Haynes, let's get into some music, man. Love you.
Love you. Have a great one, Rick.
Hey, you too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is being brought to you by Chevy. Real talk drives, real change, fully charged by Chevrolet. To learn more, visit change.newsone.com. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. Attorneys for Donald Trump want a new judge in his 2020 election interference case. In a filing on Monday, they argue that Judge Tanya Chutkan, who is black, should recuse herself of previous statements they say give the appearance of bias. Trump's attorneys say her words create a perception of prejudgment incompatible with our justice system. In other news, the Chicago Police Department announced the arrest of the suspect who allegedly unleashed two violent dogs on police officers on Sunday. Chicago resident Vernia Jones was charged with one felony count of aggravated battery of a peace officer, according to the Chicago Police Department. She also faces two misdemeanor counts of resisting or obstructing a peace officer. Lastly, thousands of guests at MGM Resorts in Las Vegas Strip have been locked out of their hotel rooms after the company was hit with a cyber attack, according to reports. The company's properties include Mandalay Bay, the Bellagio, Luxor, and MGM Grand, among others. 48,000 rooms, y'all. The outage, first detected on Sunday night, has affected company emails, reservations, room keys, and casino slot machines. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Gibson on the return, near side. I don't see any flags. Gibson inside the 30. Hits the Jets. And he's going to go. Jets win it. Touchdown, rookie Xavier Gibson. Game over.
Ball game. Monday Night Football last night. Jets beat the Buffalo Bills in overtime. You just heard it right there, man. Quarterback of the Jets, Aaron Rodgers, got injured on the fourth play of the game, man. Possible.
Man, that's crazy.
That's crazy, man. All this hype, man. And he's going to have an MRI today. If it's a torn Achilles, dog, this is, could be a season-ending injury. So we hoping that it's not that bad, but that's what it appeared to be after watching that replay several times, man. So quarterback Zach Wilson gonna have to hold it down for the whole season. But the Jets defense looked very, very good. And we'll see what happens. Kansas City Chiefs, speaking of defense, man, they'll get their big dog back, big defensive end Chris Jones. After he held out, he's going to sign a one-year new deal that will probably pay him somewhere up to about $25 million this year with all the incentives that comes along with that contract. So we'll see if he can help get Kansas City their first win coming up this week. Quick sports report right there. Gary, what's the team? What's up, Mike?
All right, y'all. Drake is back in the news, y'all. Now, a lot of people are saying Drake is a good person. Then a lot of people saying his fans are either crazy or he's just a good person. It's being reported, y'all, that Drake, he was at a recent concert, and they're saying he spotted an unusual sign in the crowd. Now, they're saying, y'all, the fan wrote that on the sign said that all he did was he spent all his furniture money on tickets just to see Drake. So they're saying that Drake saw the sign, honey, and he said, you know what? He said, homie, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you 50 bands. And I didn't know bands was money. He gave him $50,000, y'all. He said so he could buy him some new furniture, honey. He said because, if this person loved him so much to come see him and spend his furniture money, he definitely should give him some money,
that's
to buy
nice.
some furniture. What?
Yeah, that's nice of him to do that, Gary.
That's really nice.
Yeah, but they said that's the most financially irresponsible thing a human being could do.
Why?
How much money Drake got?
No, not what Drake got. You spending your damn money on some Drake concert tickets and you ain't got no furniture?
Maybe he felt like he wanted to do something special for himself. He could get some furniture later.
Well, don't put your sign up, then beg him. So that's what he did. He put that sign up.
But look what he got. A closed mouth don't get fed.
Closed mouth don't get fed on this boulevard.
Well, they saying, honey, Beyonce ain't done none of that for her fans yet, so, but she
Yes, she did. Remember, she paid for the train service to stay open all night long.
No, she did. What they said. Well, whatever. Anyway, the Kalua today, honey, I ain't got time to argue. The Kalua.
They already got you started, huh, Gary?
Yeah, okay, already got me started, honey. But anyway, that was crazy. Well, what we going to do is, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to plan somebody, Rickey, at your next concert, and I'm going to have her put a sign up. And let's see.
I'll be damned. No, you won't. We broke over here.
We going to see how nice that is. You too, Brad. All right, the Kalua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kaluas. My Kalua today, y'all, is Parmesan. On the high end, you say Parmesan, and on the low end, you say beautiful light yellow. That's your Kalua for today. Brad, what you got coming up in your courteous hot spot?
Coming up next in my courteous hot spot, Ashton Kutcher faces more backlash as old interviews resurface. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. Time for the Spot Hot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the Spot Hot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Ashton Kutcher is facing continued criticism as old interviews resurface in the wake of Danny Masterson's sentencing for raping two women in the early 2000s. Now, the Dude, Where's My Car actor and Mila Kunis already shared an apology video on Saturday for writing character letters for Masterson ahead of his sentencing. Now, on a 2003 episode of Punk'd, Kutcher says Hilary Duff, who was 16 at the time, is one of the girls that they all was waiting to turn 18. He adds, along with the Olsen twins, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, they were 17 at the time. Yep, another clip circulating is from 2002, the episode of Rosie O'Donnell's talk show, in which Kutcher and Kunis joke about a bet that was made when she was just 14 years old on the show. Now, Kutcher says in the clip, Masterson told him, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her, while they were on the set of that 70s show. Now, Kutcher claims he went through with it, but Kunis says she didn't let him. She said, but he tried to, though. So, that's kind of tough. They wrote a letter for him, and he got convicted of it. That's crazy. Oh, my goodness. I know they got to feel crazy. Then they had to make an apology letter. They shared the apology video on Saturday for writing a character
looking
letter.
at young girls. I don't know.
I guess you never know, because you think you're writing a character letter for, like, your homie, and you would never think they would do something like that. And then it turns out that he ends up guilty. I mean, you better apologize, because, I mean, you just never know what people are up to and what they doing. And you can't trust people. It's just so hard to trust people these days. Moving on, y'all. Whoopi Goldberg returned for the 27th season of The View yesterday after missing the premiere last week due to a case of COVID-19. Now, she received a standing ovation upon returning and said, "I missed you too," to the audience. She was also sporting a folding chair necklace, which fans adored. Yes, because I got on my folding chair earrings today. And last but not least, real quick, according to Hollywood Reporter, daytime talk show, The Talk, Jennifer Hudson, the Jennifer Hudson Show, and Sherry are all following in Drew Barrymore's show's footsteps. All three shows are set to resume filming new episodes as the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes continue. Meanwhile, the Kelly Clarkson Show has not yet announced the return date for 2023-2024 season. So congratulations to Sherry, Jennifer Hudson, and The Talk. All right, y'all.
That's good. That's good news right there.
That's absolutely good news. Because these people ain't making no money out here.
Right.
These shows are not running, so thank God for that for them.
Brad, what you got this morning?
Let me tell you what I got, Ricky. So the police in the UK responded to an observatory on Wednesday evening when somebody reported seeing a bunch of dead bodies, right? So the witness apparently thought there had been a mass murderer or like cult ritual killings or something. But when the police got there, it was just a yoga class. And the class was performing the corpse pose, also known as Shavasana, if I said it right. Shavasana. And that's where a person lays on their back with their arms and legs spread out. So you can kind of imagine how that may have looked. Now, obviously, it didn't take long for the police to figure out that it was a misunderstanding, and the sirens and police activity probably disturbed the students' Zen vibes. The yoga instructor said, "My heart goes out to the people who thought I was a murderer, but I can assure you I just hold space for deep relaxation." And the police say the caller had good intentions. So, like, that's crazy.
Hey, them yoga poses are for real, though.
How long do they stay like that? Like,
yeah, man, they stay there for like a count of a minute, 2 minutes, sometimes even 3, depending on if they're in meditation mode or not.
A corpse pose. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you lay on. Hey, with everything that's going on right now,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see something like that, you be like, damn, I know this can't be real. Let me call the police.
Yeah, you better call the police because you ain't never sure with everything that's going on, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, I took a yoga class, and one time the yoga instructor, it's supposed to be very flexible and personal to you, but they say if you want to lay there the whole class, you can.
Yeah.
So it's very
really?
unrestrictive. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So some people just like, one time I heard somebody snoring.
Oh, that would be me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got to try yoga. I think I tried it one time on the beach, and I don't know. I couldn't stretch like that.
Try hot yoga, dog. If you do it,
now
try
what is hot yoga?
It's like a sauna in the room. It gets real warm, and you do all the yoga exercises and meditation, but it's just in a hot room.
Oh, I do enough of that.
I'll babysit your kid all day, but if you let me hit him, I'll babysit him. If you don't let me hit your kid, don't bring no some to my house. And when you let me keep your kid, you don't need no hidden cameras, no videos trying to see how I'm treating him. When you come pick your kid up and he got a knot on the corner of his head, what happened to my son? I took a hammer and slapped the out of him. When he got a rope burn around his neck, what that rope? I try to hang the out of his neck.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. There is being reported that non-African-American women all over the country, y'all, are rejoicing and excited, y'all. They're saying because this man has just received a bag of money. Who am I talking about? It's being reported, y'all, that it's official that Michael Irvin, y'all, former Dallas Cowboy receiver Michael Irvin, y'all, reached a settlement with the Marriott hotel chain in his $100 million defamation lawsuit.
Come on now.
In February. Now, it's being reported now. It's rumored that they're saying that Michael may have received $25 million from the Marriott. Now, they're saying that the settlement paved the way for Michael to once again, y'all, appear on NFL Network for the first time, y'all, since the All Super Bowl coverage began back in February 2006. Now, the late-breaking development, y'all, was first reported by the Dallas Morning News. And they're saying, y'all, that Michael has been reinstated and will be a part of the NFL Network coverage, y'all, of the 2023 season.
Good for Michael.
Man, you know to read that again.
Good for Michael.
What was the last part again?
They say he's been reinstated and will be a part of NFL's network coverage of the 2023 season, said Alexander Wright Miller. Now, they're saying the NFL media vice president of communications, honey. He said that by a statement, honey.
Now, the next order of business, the lady and the man, everybody that calls him that, what are the consequences for them? Do they lose their job?
No,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That manager that got jealous when he was talking to that white girl, is he gonna lose his job? What are the consequences for him and the woman that lied on him because they couldn't provide no proof?
Well, you already know what's gonna probably happen. Just because Michael Irvin won this case and he's getting his money, they're going to probably say, all right, everybody's happy now, so let's go back to normal.
If I was the CEO of the Marriott, ain't no way in the hell I would keep them if you cost my company $25 million.
Message.
Okay.
For a $17 an hour employee that made a allegation that you could not prove or whatever, and got that man in that situation and bought that kind of look to the company.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no way they wouldn't work for me. That's crazy.
But even
That's
the
crazy.
NFL network, the network that he was working for, they kind of jumped the gun and took him off the broadcast. So I'd be kind of beefing with them too.
Absolutely.
So would you take that job back, Rick, or would you go to the job then, even though they did that too? You publicly humiliated you.
They probably gave him something, Gary. You probably just don't know about it.
Yep.
I'm sure they gave him something.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a big incentive to saying, hey, man, we apologize, but you understand why we had to do it. But because of the mistake that we made by jumping the gun, here's our little extra thing we want to give you. So I'm sure they put some extra sauce on his money.
I made a whole video 2 weeks ago on Facebook Live. I was upset about it, and I'm like, why isn't Michael Irvin on the air or whatever? And I spoke out about it, and all of this came out today. I'm just glad to see him back on TV. He's one of my favorites.
Well, Rati, if you were Michael Irvin and you the sports genius, would you put blinders on the side of your eyes now?
You say that again?
Would you put, like how they put blinders on the side of horses where they could look straight ahead?
Right.
Would you put some of those on your face now?
For
if
what?
you was Michael Irvin?
The lady walked up to him and spoke.
He was just
wrong.
being nice.
Well, he knew that he could not be nice to white women. He know his future, his past with white women. I wouldn't even want to see nothing white but sugar. So he should.
So if someone came up to you to speak, say hello, how you doing? I mean, we don't know what the conversation was, but he was just responding to her.
Well, whatever it was, she said, honey, that he said something to her. So, I wouldn't even want to even deal with a situation like that anymore if I was him, honey. It
wasn't even her. It was that general manager.
And him
they
too.
got jealous when she went over there to him. The general manager was probably trying to smash. She don't want him. And when he saw her run over there to Michael Irvin, he felt some kind of way because let me be quiet. But everybody know what I'm thinking in my mind. Go ahead, Gary.
Well, we just need to pray, y'all. But congratulations to Mr. Irvin, and hopefully, he take his money and spend it wisely, honey. Stay at home with his family and do the right thing.
Now, what they should have put in that contract, cut that little mini fro down just a little bit.
Just tape that thing down just a little.
Take it down because it's at that space where. That medium space when you're trying to grow it long,
right?
Or should I cut it off? It's in that unhappy place right now.
Do I want to twist it up and just start some locks?
Go ahead and cut it low and get your wave cap and get some waves for the NFL because we don't want to like you got on a little Colorado motorcycle helmet or something.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
All right, the Kahlua. I'm going to go to the Kahlua, honey. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorites. The Kahlua today, y'all, is Parmesan. On the high end, you say Parmesan, and on the low, you say beautiful light yellow. That's the Kahlua for today. But didn't he have a podcast now on Rock T? Isn't he on somebody's podcast now or another show?
He's on Undisputed.
Yeah, Undisputed.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, he went right on over there to Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he's straight.
So he doing good over there, but boy, if he go on there with a chin strap to go on with that little afro, boy, that'll be something.
He do look like that old school helmet with no mask.
It look like he got on the black old school leather helmet. Before they had face masks, they had them leather helmets.
Yes, sir.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brett.
Yes.
She sang this song from her kidneys.
Yes, she did.
God.
Yes, she did. I love this song.
My dream.
Yes.
Boy, that song's giving me chills, boy.
Come on now.
Oh, I would love to just sit on the side of the stage and watch Tamar sing. That song put tears on the what?
She on tour. She gonna be here soon. She gonna be in Atlanta soon.
Yeah, she'll be touring all over the country. I just got to sit somewhere on the side of the stage and watch her sing that song. That's a ballad. That song is a R&B ballad. When you start talking about songs that like that Steve Perry feel, you know what I'm saying? What's that song by Steve Perry I like, Ronty? That damn. Oh, Sherry.
Yes, sir. Come on, dog.
Yeah, boy.
Don't do that.
So now I come to you and love and all. That song like that with feeling. That song got feeling and passion in it. It's full of love. Yeah. Man, you have a woman that feel that way about you, let you drive her Nissan Altima with AKA tag on the front because you don't have no car, because she love you like that, because you give her a pound town and love at night. You heard me? Boy, look at here. Listen here, we got a king of comedy that has a brand new book. Going to be joining us up next. We got the one and only, my big brother and one of my mentors, Cedric the Entertainer, is coming on the Richard Smiley Morning Show. Up next, let's go. All right, y'all, this is Smiley Morning Show. Time for you wake up call. Get at me, 8669. Ricky, here we go.
Here we go. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. They woke you up this long, this led you in your house. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on, wake it up.
My name is Betty. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I want to say, Rickey Smiley, your whole team, God bless you. Walk by faith, not by feelings. Wake up, Charisma. Wake up, King. Wake up, Ariana. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Woo!
Good morning, it's Blake from Houston. Wake up, brush your tongue off. Get morning, get rest, get yourself together. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, good morning. This is Jalen and Jaya calling from Greenville, South Carolina. Good morning, Tay Monique Jackson. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning from Durham, Pam. I love me some Gary. Good morning. Have a blessed day, everybody, on this Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
What's yours? Because we going to let them know.
Come on.
Justin, wake up. Wake up. Rouge, wake up. Taylor has said, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Wake it up. Columbus, wake up. And Albany, wake up. Wake it up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
Praise the Lord. Miss Hunter speaking.
Miss Hunter, how you doing? This is Bo Rob Lemonfield. I'm calling from down here at the community center. What I was calling in reference to was in reference to your daughter. We had a couple of incidents at the pool last week. We spoke with her once about it, but Allison urinated in the pool again today.
She did?
Yes, ma'am. The moment there's any type of foreign chemical or foreign body acids in the water,
okay.
All the water around her turned purple, and all the other kids freaked out and swam away. And that was the first incident on Tuesday. This time, the incident basically escalated, and I don't want to say that your daughter defecated in the pool, but I know that nobody dropped a candy bar in the pool.
Okay.
And some things I need to go over with you right quick. Basically, what's going to happen, we had to drain the pool earlier today. We're going to need $850 from you and drainage fees because we have to drain the pool and go ahead and get everything sterilized.
Okay.
There were 22 other kids in the pool. We're going to need $1,250 from you for the E. coli testing that we held on all the children today.
$1,250?
Yes, ma'am. In addition to the initial $850, $75 because we have to rechlorinate the water. And finally, we have to sterilize the walls and the base of the pool as well as all the internal drainage pipe, and that's going to be another $872.
Sir,
to have a good time.
You talking about $1,250 plus $850?
Plus 75 plus 872.
It's no way I can pay that tomorrow. I don't have that type of money.
Yes, ma'am. Well, Miss Hunter, I understand that, but what you have to understand, we just can't put a garden hose in the pool and let it fill.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't have it.
So let me ask you this: how do you pay your bills during the summer?
By the grace of God.
So you just walk around with all the lights on and just hope that God pays your power bill?
This is my first time hearing about something like this. I don't know what caused Allison to do that.
You know, children are going to be children. That's why we didn't really stress the urination thing. But once it got to the defecation, it caught everybody off guard because it floated over and it bumped another kid on the shoulder, and we need to get his shoulder sterilized and everything. The lifeguards didn't know what to do. It was basically a lot of chaos in the pool, and that was all caused by your daughter.
Did she take a laxative, or what caused her bowels to move like that?
I don't know. Well, most laxatives make make the stool very soft, but this is a pretty solid.
Really, I'm just floored. Do I need to come out there to talk to you?
Well, at best, I'm just going to have to get you up here this evening to help me clean out the pool and help sterilize it.
Well, I'll do that. I mean, I could do that.
Well, as soon as the pool drains out, we're going to have Allison go down there and get the piece of matter herself. We're not going to let anybody on our staff touch that, and we figured that would be a pretty much adequate disciplinary action for her. We're not going to kick her out of the program. But
well,
however,
I would prefer that you just kick her out of the program. I've never had this type of behavior from Alice.
Now, let me ask you about your own parenting skills.
Let me tell you something, sir. One thing I do know is that we pray for her every day, and then she has a prayer of her own. I tell her about her guardian angel that sits on her shoulder.
Does the guardian angel tell her to urinate in the pool?
Oh, no. I said that was saved.
Do you beat your kids?
Well, I used to be a part of that, but I'm trying to do better now.
Nothing wrong with the beat down. And I know somebody else you need to beat down.
Who?
Your good friend April Kia.
Oh!
Juliet, what's going on, girl?
I mean, I am going to beat her down.
All right, let's go. We're trying to see, we try to give people opportunities here. We try to give people jobs, try to give people opportunity. But this man been calling in sick every day, man. And this thing is coming to an end. We got a letter from Human Resource. Hello?
Yo. Hey, you got a problem right now on your hands, Shotty. I'm gonna let you know right now, cuz.
Yeah, we got a problem with you calling in sick every day, bro.
You finna have a problem with my legal attorney, Shotty. With my law attorney, my legal
liability.
You finna have a problem, Shotty. Maybe not you per se, but I'm saying you and the company you work for, because they done messed up now.
Black Tony, how many times you called in sick? How many times you called in sick last week? Let's talk about that. Answer the question.
I ain't calling sick now time, Shotty. First of all.
All right, how many times did you show up for work last week?
Shotty, you see, that's your problem. You stuck on the past. We talking about right now. Listen,
what about? Okay, yeah. What's your excuse for not coming today?
Listen, Shotty, my excuse right now. I told you last week. I'm thinking about retiring. And I called the Human Resource.
When you first, hold on, Black Tony. Rocky said you retired when you first got the job because you ain't been.
Listen, Rick, I told them folks in Human Research, I said, look, y'all need to let me know the status of because my sister told me, she said, little brother, ask them about your 41K. Ask them about your 41K money. So I said, I need to know exactly the status of my 41K money. And we pulled out my calculator, and hold on.
It's 401K.
And we figured out, I've been working since 2012.
Yeah.
And it's $6 an hour. Hold on.
Is that a calculator or you tap it on the table?
No, and so look, we came up with default I'm supposed to have like $170,600 in my 41K. I called Human Research yesterday. Guess what these folks told me I got?
What?
Talking about because of all my time off.
Because what?
They let it go because I took a lot of time off.
How much? Let me ask you a question. I'm just trying to help you out because I want to help you figure this out. How much time did you take off?
They said I took off. It added up to like 713 months. But look, that's time 24. That's time 3 hours a day. Time 24 times 7, 365. They talking about I got $60 in my damn 41K.
Yeah, Black Tony, you came to work twice in about 4 years.
So how I'm gonna retire with $60?
Get back to that trap, dog.
I hate you. Right?
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Black Tony.
What?
Can you make a promise to everybody, man?
These folks done took all my money.
Listen, we can get this straight. Listen.
What? Go ahead.
You promise you coming to work tomorrow?
And I ain't crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm upset right now. What?
Can you come tomorrow, Black Tony? We got to start somewhere. Promise all the listeners that you'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, look, I tell you what. I promise I'll come tomorrow. I'm gonna call Human Research today. See if we work something out. And I don't come tomorrow, but
I'll call Human Resources today. But I need you to promise everybody that you promise you coming to work tomorrow.
Okay, but look, I need to get some gas. Can you cash out me $600?
For some gas? What, you driving a plane?
Yeah, that went up.
I don't see it so separate. Why do we have to separate ourselves so much from each other? Why is black women one separate entity and black men are another separate entity? That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how any other race operates, but we're the only ones who operate like that and think it's functional. You feel me? I've said it before. Why do we get the label of strong, independent black woman? We don't hear that from nobody else. I've never heard strong, independent white woman, strong, independent Asian woman, strong, independent Latino woman, strong, independent Indian woman. I ain't never heard none of that. But we pride ourselves to being strong, independent black women, as if independence is something that we should strive for as a people. Independence is death. Everybody needs somebody. And the reason why we're struggling in our households and our communities is because we think that there's something good about being independent. Black women need black men, and black men need black women.
I swear she right. I swear. That being by yourself is for the birds right there. That's real. Shoot. Gary, we got to talk about that one day. We're going to have to address that.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, Ricky the Prayer Warriors are definitely being solicited, y'all, for Big Sadie, honey. Or maybe she pronounced her name Big Sade. If y'all don't know who she is, honey, she's an Instagram model, Ricky. And she's definitely, y'all, she's the ex-girlfriend of Neo and the mother of his two youngest sons, y'all. They're saying, honey, that she is facing child cruelty, Ricky, for helping her son beat up another kid at the bus stop, Ricky. She was just helping her child. She said on social gram, she on her social media, she said, honey, my son was getting bullied and jumped from kids at his school, and I only got involved to help and protect him as any mother would. She said, as a law-abiding citizen, she said, I'm fully committed, honey, to cooperating with the legal authorities and providing all necessary information to ensure, honey, fair and just resolution, honey. And, you know, a lot of people said...
Well, how many times we done called the school, we done told the principal, told the teacher that our child is being picked on, child is being bullied, and all that stuff, and nobody do anything. And so sometimes as a parent, you get to a point where you have to be at that damn bus stop. Shoot.
You know, mama that ain't jumping in. Like,
right.
Who not going to jump in? You watching your child get beat up.
Oh, yeah. I done been on the school bus before.
Yeah, Ricky, you got to go on there and look them in the eye, and you got to make it be clear. Do not touch my kid ever again. It's going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean...
And then you try to talk to their parents be these... See, the crack babies, the crack babies' kids. See,
let's just put it out there.
No, the crack babies got grandkids now. It's the crack babies who had kids got kids. That's what we're dealing with right now. I ain't lying. I'm not lying. I talk about this on stage or whatever. And so you're dealing with the mothers, and they friends with their kids, and they don't have no parenting skills, and they don't teach their children that bullying is wrong. And some parents just not having it. We're not having it. Don't pick it. Don't mess with me and mine, because we don't bother nobody. One thing we do is teach our kids, do not bother anybody, and everybody can't afford certain shoes. Our rent is not $27.
Yeah.
So that's just real.
Well, we just got to pray, honey. Bless her spirit, honey, because she will be facing charges, honey. So we got to hope this all turn out right for her. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Oh, Lord. Now, they're saying, honey, that Iman Shumpert and his beautiful wife, Tiana Taylor, may have been married for over 6 years, but they're saying the couple have children together, and they say that, but it's being reported that Mr. Shumpert, who played in NBA, honey, and Taylor, who's a big fashion designer and big woman in fashion and film and television, they're saying there may be rumors that there's some cheating going on, honey. Now, according to research, honey, and people saying that, they say, honey, the proof post, they say some woman, honey, she is one. She says she's Iman, she works with him or what have you. But they're saying the alleged side chick, she goes by the Instagram handle of Avi Mommy. They're saying that she posted, she came, honey, and posted some stuff. They said she had a chain on that was his chain. She said, honey, that chain is for the company. That chain was made specifically for him and his artist. She said she's one of his artists. And that's why she had the chain on and stuff. But people are saying, honey, that they heard him in the background talking and what have you and stuff like that. But I know he wouldn't dare. Iman wouldn't cheat on Tiana, honey. I'm sure he loves her entirely too much, honey. She's a beautiful woman, a great woman and stuff. But the woman had a chain on. She said it's for the artist. So, you know, these Instagram models, honey, are too many things, honey. They are good and built, and they nice, attractive women or whatever. But I just can't see Iman doing that to Tiana because he loves her too much, honey, from what we've seen.
She's good and built, too.
Yep, she's good and built, but you know, but they never want what they got, honey. They always want something else, honey.
Oh, I think they're fine. I just think this is somebody trying to cause some trouble.
Yeah.
And if Tiana confirmed that that's the company chain and that's their
Oh,
artist.
no, the woman confirmed.
Well, good. That's even better. That's even better. Clear it up. Don't start no drama. They are happy together.
And they sure are, just like the rest of these celebrities.
Whatever, Gary. Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that.
But we just got to pray. We're going to keep them lifted, though, Brad.
We love Tiana and Iman. Don't do that.
And while we praying, y'all, let's pray for Nick Cannon. Let's get this quick, honey. Nick Cannon, y'all know, honey, Nick Cannon has been on, honey, the Masked Singer, y'all, for almost 10 years or what have you. And people are saying, honey, Nick Cannon got tired of too much money because he spent his money on foolishness. And here's what Nick Cannon had to say about the foolishness and what he spent it on.
It's so exciting because this is one of those things where a lot of people have bet against me, you know, because I have been on some other shows, and they were like, why would you leave such an amazing show to go do a better show?
Nick's $2 million diamond shoes is just one sign of the show's success.
This is all diamonds. This is toned down, Nick. Just I let the diamonds do the talking.
Ricky.
Oh, wow. There you go.
hear that?
Yeah.
For shoes.
Hey, man.
I wish I could have some $2 million diamond shoes. Click them babies together, boy, and end up in, boy, what?
But that's a lot of money, though. But I guess his kids, he got those kids, and those kids are very wealthy off, honey, or whatever they did, wearing $2 million shoes, honey. So, I mean, congratulations goes out to him, though. But, I mean, that's a lot of money. He could feed all Africa and then some with $2 million shoes, honey. How do you walk in them?
You just walk one in front of the other like everything else?
Put one foot in front of the other.
I guess so. Well, congratulations, honey, to Nick Cannon and his $2
Gary, you would want some $2 million shoes, wouldn't you?
Well, I probably would, but I mean, you know, you wouldn't know about it.
Boy, when I go home and go ahead and look at my closet, look at all them damn shoes I got from Aldo and Express, boy, I'm going to be looking some kind of way. You shouldn't have did that story.
I know.
I'm finna go to do what Special K do before he goes. So I'm finna go to Michael's and get me some little rhinestones and some glue.
Okay.
You better tell him.
I'm finna get all them damn gator shoes I be wearing to church and put them damn diamonds on there.
Yes.
And have a shining Maria, boy, when I walk on stage. So I got this Nick Cannon. I got the Nick Cannon ones, baby. You better go to Michael's and get you some diamonds. You heard me.
Well, I hate to bust your bubble. Let's clear it up. Those are not diamonds. They're called rhinestones.
I got shoes that look just like these.
But you know what? When you walk on stage and the lights hit it, the audience ain't gonna know the difference.
Oh
They don't like that's Rickey Smiley from Friday Up the Next. Yeah, them some $2 million shoes. Went right on down there to Michael's. I'm going to Michael's today.
You have
Shoot, send me a picture of the shoes. I'm gonna go buy me some shoes that look just like
those shoes.
Say what?
Yes, Lord.
What you
now,
say,
they
Gary?
say the ones that Special K be wearing when they're a little bit too bright, you know they're not real.
Mine is $69.
Yeah, baby. Those
Hey, Kay, what kind of shoes you had on in Cincinnati?
Them was my camo boots. Those are gonna be. I'm gonna be buried in them shoes.
You sure will, baby.
Put some line.
The Cologne Parmesan on the high and light yellow on the low.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
In the studio, not only a comedy icon, but now an author as well. And he's talking to us today about his new novel, Flipping Boxcars. Y'all please welcome, man, my big brother, mentor, the one and only Cedric the Entertainer. What's up?
Sid, what up, Sid?
Hey, it's Leon.
Saying what up, man?
What's up, Rick? What's going on, Doc?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. We are just thrilled to have you on this morning. It's three people that I get nervous. That's you, that damn DL, and Steve, man. I get nervous talking to y'all because y'all are definitely big brothers and mentors. Congratulations on writing your first novel. How much is it based on your grandfather's real life, Sid?
Man, you know what I did was, I took them family stories we get, Rick. You know how people start telling you somebody, a story, then you just imagine the whole thing, man. So basically I just started, I took like those little stories that I knew from my uncle, from my mom, and then I just, expounded upon it and created this fictional world that my grandfather lived in. It's a lot of true mixed in. I'm gonna say this probably 80, 80-20. 20% of it is enough to ground the world, and 80 of it is I've kind of made up.
All right, Sid. Now we all know that comedy is your trademark, right? But writing a novel is like a whole new thing. What's the most challenging part of transitioning from comedy to writing a novel?
I mean, I think the real key is that you got to stay true to plot points. You start to create a story and a narrative about what happened, and then you have to understand that you introduce the characters and the world, and you got to make sure it drives to the end. When I first started doing this, I definitely got myself in corners and didn't know how I was going to get out of it. And that's the kind of experience you have when you write a novel. You all right, cool. What can happen here so that it's not boring or that it feels predictable? And so these are the kind of things that you learn. And you learn about yourself too. Basically how you got the moves.
Oh, yeah. And, we know you're a man who does many things, and you like to throw down in the kitchen, too. You recently decided to team up with Anthony Anderson and create your own barbecue and seasoning rubs. What inspired that, and where can people grab some?
Yeah, man, AC Barbecue, me and Ant, we've been out here. We started it this summer. It's in Walmart. Y'all go to Walmarts all around. You go to our website, acbarbecue.com. We doing rubs. We doing the tools coming in. We in talks to restaurants. We got sauces coming. So, we're in Walmart and then got deals going with Lowe's and Home Depot coming this fall, man. So it was inspired, that we didn't want to do no tequila brand or liquor, but we wanted to do something that, spoke to our culture, and grilling, getting together, cooking, having cookouts. That's just as black as it comes. That's black as liquor time.
Hey, so say when you, hold on, Gary, but say when you have a cookout, people are looking, like your family, your kids, they looking forward to you making the barbecue. Like, you really good. You really get out there on that grill.
Yeah, I definitely get out on that grill, man. And so what we want to do in this show, though, is really look for that whole culture. Because, barbecuing is different in each state. Some people like this way, Texas like it this way, South Carolina like it this way. And what we want to do is celebrate all of that. So that's really what we do right here. We don't try to be like I'm out grilling somebody. We just come up with fun recipes, introduce to each other, and and use these rubs and seasonings, man, to make sure that people understand that we building a national brand here, and we represent it for the culture.
So, Mr. Entertainer, outside of your professional life, what are some of the professional, or should I say personal interests or hobbies that you do to relax, to just have fun?
Man, I'm mainly a golfer. I go out golf. I like to sit around and chill. I'm a cigar smoker, and then I'm trying to convince Ricky to give me one of them yachts. He got 6 yachts.
Yeah, right.
Rick got 6 yachts that he go on different boats and different lakes, and you got to be, but I mainly do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, those rentals. Hey, Otto, but look, bro, I swear I miss going on the road with you. And it's funny, I was sitting there, Maria, talking to Rita Brent, and she telling me all of these stories, what her experience is going on the road with you, because she, she toured with me also. And I'm sitting here just having real flashbacks. Said, do you remember the days when we were doing all the colleges and you always sitting in the front seat of the minivan? Me, you, Deion Cole, Tony Schofield, Duran Howard. We would do colleges all over the country, going on a college tour in a minivan. Am I lying, Said?
No doubt, man. You know what I mean? And we weren't going to soccer practice. We wasn't soccer moms or none of that. We had our own lunch. Everybody had to bring their own lunch with them. So you in a minivan. Me back there with 6 complete sons.
Man, Cedric, you're like that favorite family member. I remember, maybe 20 years ago, I met you after a show in Tennessee, and you were just so kind, so personable. And I know that, we get to watch you evolve with comedy, and there's a lot of changes. How have you adapted to the changes throughout your career as it relates to, doing comedy and social media and all those things?
That's one thing. I just try to stay consistent with who I am. I know that the world changes. There's a lot of, reason to be, to do social media to get your name out there. Those people do a lot of things to draw attention to themselves. But me, I just always want to be solid, known as being solid, and walk in my own shoes, man, and walk in my own lane. So that's what I do. I don't really pay attention to a lot of worlds. I ain't got a lot of comments on people's lives and all that stuff. I don't worry about none of that, man. I know when something happens and they personal friends of mine, I call them personally. That's what I do. I don't get on there and start talking about people's situations and all that stuff. So that's it, man. I just try to stay low, man, and do my thing and stay focused and be creative and show people that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. So, Cedric, in regards to stand-up, can your fans look forward to another comedy special or a tour from you in the near future?
You know what? I've been thinking about that for sure, man. Definitely want to do something, definitely want to put another special out. It's been a minute. 2016 was my last special. So, yeah, I take my time, but, I want to develop this book into a TV show. So these are the kind of things that I'm staying focused on.
That's dope. So, Sam, what would you say has been the most rewarding aspect of your journey in comedy and entertainment?
Really, it's just an opportunity to do all the many things I wanted to do. I've been really blessed to do stand-up, movies, television, Broadway, now I've written a novel, direct. And I just really appreciate it. Now I love, creating. Rick brought up Rita Brent, one of both our favorites, unique. And I want to be able to give people like that real opportunities. She wrote for me on the Emmys when I hosted the Emmys. And that was just dope, to have her be in that kind of environment. And so that's what I think that's what we do next is use our celebrity and our power to really put our friends on and give people that upper leg. That's really what it's all about right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to personally say again, even when the dates that I opened up for the Kings of Comedy, you was the first person to take me to Miami. I went to a lot of cities the first time with you. I appreciate your encouragement. I appreciate your correction. I appreciate Eric Rohn, who is your manager. Actually, your line brother, y'all Kappas. Yeah. And Eric Rohn was like Swanee Swan was like my first manager, man. I appreciate you teaching me everything that you taught me, man. I miss you. I absolutely love you. I see you as a big brother, an uncle, a mentor. You mean everything to me. Me and Rita Brent sit in the dressing room and talk about you all the time. Darius, and you know what? Say it. Darius is a part of this morning show. Myself, Rita Brent, all of us came from your school, from the things that you and Steve did for us and produced for us, and now we able to help others. So, man, I love you, brother, and I appreciate you and being there for me through some tough times, and I appreciate our conversations, man. And I'm telling y'all, make sure y'all pick up Ced's new book, Flipping Boxcars, or check out the audio book. As always, man, it's a pleasure to have you on. I absolutely love and respect you, and thank you for everything you've done for me. I love you.
Yeah, same here, Rick Smiley, man. You definitely legendary, killing it in the game, and you got that pedigree, man. Everybody who speaks of you speaks of you so highly, and I recognize it when I was like exactly who he is, man. So that's always love, and keep grinding, man. All of y'all killing it. This is what it's all about.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all show your love right now for the one and only, one of the original Kings of Comedy, Cedric the Entertainer.
Flipping Boxcars. Let's go.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
What's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
Man, blessed and highly favored this morning. How you feeling? Happy to have you.
Good to be on, man. There's so much I want to talk about, but as we kind of usher into another political season, it's really interesting to me what's happening on the Hill. Some of you are aware, and others of you are not, about a lawmaker from Colorado by the name of Ken Buck. And why is this important? Because he is one of several House Republicans standing in the way of the right's push to impeach Joe Biden, President Biden. He's on the House Judiciary Committee. He's been going hard against House GOP members. He and Congresswoman Green, Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia, got a feud where they're going back and forth. And this is incredibly important. While it may seem like just internal feuding between the GOP, like the Republicans literally could move forward and impeach Joe Biden if he wasn't standing in the way. And so there's an interesting feud that's happening within the Republican Party as it relates to not only this issue, but who's with Trump and who's against Trump, which means there's the potential for some infighting. But I think anybody who's paying attention also sees that there's infighting on both sides. And so let me ask you this, Rick. Have you heard more and more people of color talk about potentially supporting Trump?
Yeah. Yes, a lot of them out there, Jeff. You'd be surprised.
Well,
there's a lot of them out there before, even with the racism, they don't care.
Well, but it's connected to a frustration with the Democrats.
Right.
And
I understand that.
It's not that they ride with Trump. Many of them are just tired of what they believe is or how they frame. And so it's challenging for me. I've done this a long time, man. And I think that there's a question for a lot of us of which party actually delivers. Please, nobody listening think that I am saying I think Trump is a great option. I do not believe that. But I do think that as a community, we got to have some real conversation about what we want from our vote.
Right.
Because I honestly don't remember the last time people said, hey, here's what I want. And either you deliver this or I don't deliver my vote. Period. To both sides. And so it's going to be this election. I think is going to be more interesting than a lot of others because I think there's a generational shift where many are saying, I don't do things the way my parents did them. I'm not doing it the way my grandparents did it. I don't think that it works this way. And I think we're going to have to do a lot of work to make sure that our folks are turning out for the right reasons. They're pulling the lever for the right reasons. They're educated in the right way. But they also I think that I appreciate this younger generation because I think they want to make demands.
Right.
They want to get a return for their vote in a way that a lot of us, frankly, have not done. We turned out because we said somebody died for us to vote. But in the process, we didn't ask for anything in return for that vote. And that's not everybody. But it's a lot of folks because we have failed to see a lot of delivery in elections that aren't just about the president, but are about everything from dog catcher to president. And so, Rick, I would love for us to figure out how we're going to have this conversation in a way where we ain't got to be mad about people that disagree with what we think. We can actually all grow from an honest conversation and debate about what does our vote deliver us? Who do we need to support? How do we support them? What do we get in return? How do we get it in return? And how do we finally win in a way that perhaps we haven't in a really long time? So as members of elected members are fighting, we need to realize we don't need to fight. We need to come together and figure out what it is that we want, the mosaic of what we want, because we all don't want the same stuff. And how do we make sure that we get it without just following somebody else's agenda? So let me know what you think, y'all. Hit me at Jess Nation. Let me know how you view this debate, how you're thinking about your vote. Do you believe in the party system? Are you satisfied with one over the other? Because I want us to have an honest conversation versus one that's just about making people comfortable about whether we do or don't vote, because that is not what we need in this next cycle. So appreciate y'all. Love you. Have a fantastic Tuesday, brother, and I will talk to you on Thursday.
No, man, we appreciate you, man. We love you, too. Hey, y'all, Jeff Johnson had 3 things you need to know. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Kiki, I heard you and Fat Tasha trying to, I got something for y'all, Kiki and Fat Tasha.
Wow, what you got?
Listen. Now, everybody know, first of all, look, Fat Tasha, Kiki, I want y'all to, I want to shout out Vibe 101.5 Tampa, Florida, and Z105.9 Lafayette, Louisiana. Fat Tasha, how often you drive up to Tampa from South Florida?
I go up there a lot. They got this donut place I like. The International Plaza. I drive through there all the time. They just got to drive through, so now I'm good. Tampa. I'm going up there.
No, she's so hyped up. Don't get started. Don't.
Hey. I love up there. 813, Clearwater, St. Pete, all that up there.
Hey, and the station is Vibe 1015, so you got to set your radio up. So everybody that don't know, Fantasha drive Uber, let them know about your car, Fantasha.
Thank you, Rickey.
Tell it, girl.
Let them know what kind of car you drive.
I drive a PT Cruiser, charcoal gray. Just got it washed, detailed while I was in it. But shine and wash real good. They even sprayed me off. If you need a ride, anybody out there in Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete, I'll drive you now. I'll drive you.
Kiki, where y'all going this morning? Where Fantasha taking you this morning, Kiki?
We going to this donut place. This girl started. She obsessed, Ricky, with donuts. Tell her what you want, Fantasha.
6 of them. 3 glazed, 3 chocolate. That is how I get down. 3 glazed, 3 chocolate.
We should have a donut argument on the air one day. Who got the best donuts? Right, you got Naptown. They got their world famous donuts. You got Krispy Kreme. Yeah, you got Dunkin' Donuts. Some people like Dunkin' Donuts.
You got Shipley's Donuts.
Shipley's. Ooh,
come
Jesus.
on, that's old school right there.
Ooh, keep talking. I like when y'all talk dance. Keep on.
You mentioned Long's Donuts out there in Naptown.
Now, Long's Donuts, I swear if I could get some of them.
Keep talking dirty. Come on.
Hey, and now you got Krispy Kreme, Fantasha.
Where the hot light at? Put the hot light on.
Come on now.
The hot light. Come on.
What else, Special K? What we got? Ooh. You got those are 4 right there.
That's it. You named them all.
Yeah, that's it right there.
What's your favorite donut though? Like old fashioned glaze. I like any of them that tastes like cake. I like cake.
You like the jelly filled?
Cake. Cakey donut.
I got
sprinkles.
Yeah. But you're gonna get some donuts. We're gonna make sure you have that. But I got a big surprise for y'all, and I know y'all don't mind getting in the car driving. Fantasha and Kiki, can I get a drum roll, Super Dave? You got a drum roll?
Yeah, tell us, Ricky. I can't. Oh my God, hurry up!
Hurry up, boy.
And get the song ready, Super Dave. Fantasha and Kiki, I got you 2 tickets to see Beyonce in Dallas, Texas. At the
Yes!
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, Ricky, you ain't have to do all that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Fantasha.
Where, Kiki?
I don't know what you gonna wear, but I know.
Give me some Beyonce, Super Dave, Fantasha. Kiki.
Oh, my God. Dallas.
Yes.
Fantasha. I couldn't get the ones in Florida, so I got the ones in Dallas, Texas, but y'all gonna have to drive from South Florida to Dallas.
That's fine. I'll drive.
You ready?
Ooh, I'm going to get the car washed. I'm going to get an outfit by Big Old Silver. Look like a disco ball in the club. I'm going to be killing them. Oh, my God.
Fantasha. How you feeling right now, Fantasha?
I'm feeling amazing, like my pressure up. We got to celebrate, Kiki. I got to go get some donuts.
Hey, Fantasha.
I got to go get cool.
And then I got to set up every city that you drive through. You get free donuts when you get to Orlando. Shout out to 94.5, and then you got to go through Tampa, and then you got to get on Highway 10 and go through Pensacola, and then head on up to what other cities she going through? Rock T.
She coming through the Carolinas, ain't she?
Yeah, no. You go to no damn Carolina to go from South Florida to
I-10. I'm going to pass through Pensacola. I'm going to go through Alabama, through Tennessee. I'm going to make it up to the Midwest. I'm going to get a sugar rush out of these donuts, Rickey Smiley donuts in my life. I want to say thank God. I want to testify. Oh, Lord. I got a donut foodie. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, hallelujah, Father God. If it wasn't the donut that's been on my side, tell me where would I be?
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour. I got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by the Urban One Podcast Network. Listen to Small Doses with Amanda Seales. This week, Amanda welcomes social media sensation Lene Vanny to the show. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. Attorneys for Donald Trump want a new judge in his 2020 election interference case. In a filing on Monday, they argue that Judge Tanya Chutkin should recuse herself for previous statements they say give the appearance of bias. Trump's attorneys say her words create a perception of prejudgment incompatible with our justice system. Yeah, in other news, the Biden administration has struck a deal with Iran to swap prisoners and release $6 billion in frozen Iranian funds. Per the deal, Iran will release 5 American citizens detained in Iran, and the U.S. will release 5 Iranian citizens being held in the U.S. The deal creates a blanket waiver to transfer $6 billion in frozen Iranian money from South Korea to Qatar without fear of violating U.S. sanctions. Lastly, thousands of guests at MGM Resorts in Las Vegas Strip have been locked out of their hotel rooms after the company was hit with a cyber attack, according to reports. The company's properties include Mandalay Bay, the Bellagio, MGM Grand, and others. The outage, first detected on Sunday night, has affected company emails, reservations, room keys, and casino slot machines. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Gibson on the return, near side. I don't see any flags. Gibson inside the 30, hits the Jets, and he's gonna go. Jets win it. Touchdown, rookie Xavier Gibson. Game over.
Ball game. New York Jets, man, beat the Buffalo Bills last night overtime with that walk-off punt return by Xavier Gibson. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers injured on the 4th play of the game. Possible Achilles injury. He's going to got an MRI happening today, and if that is positive of a torn Achilles, man, that could be a season-ending injury right there. So everybody was excited about Aaron Rodgers, including myself, with his New York Jets squad, so we're going to see what happens with that. The Kansas City Chiefs, they get their big dog defensive player back, Chris Jones. He ends his holdout and signs a 1-year new deal that will probably pay him somewhere up to about $25 million this year if you include all of the incentives that they're going to throw in that contract. Last but not least, man, Houston Rockets Kevin Porter Jr. has been arrested after allegedly hitting his girlfriend, putting his hands around her neck.
Man.
When the police arrived, they noticed laceration above her right eye. Blood was on her face. Allegedly, she was upset that he stayed out too late, so she locked him out of the room. And then he went and got security from the hotel that they were staying in. He got inside of the room, and witnesses say it just kind of went from there. And then she ran out of the hotel room screaming, asking for help. So he's been arrested, and we'll keep you posted on that situation right there, man. It's my quick sports report. Got the hot spot happening right now.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, it's the bottom of the hour, y'all. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, has taken a step in the right direction amid his lawsuit against the producers of The Wendy Williams Show. Now, according to Radar Online, Kevin Hunter secured a major win in his court battle after a New York federal judge ruled against Debmar Mercury, the production company that produced the daytime talk show of The Wendy Williams Show, and its founders, Ira Bernstein and Mort Marcus. Last year, Kevin Hunter sued the production company, claiming that he was wrongfully terminated for his role from his role as an executive producer on The Wendy Williams Show after the talk of the show host filed for divorce and accused him of cheating in 2019. At the time, the TV producer was ultimately let go of because his alleged affair with a woman named Sharina Hudson. Thankfully for Kevin, however, the judge's recent ruling denied the TV company's attempt to dismiss his lawsuit. The suit read, the termination of Kevin was based strictly upon Kevin's marital status and his impending divorce to the show's host, ignoring all of the contributions that Kevin made to the show that was a success. In addition to that, Kevin claimed that he originated famous segments like Hot Topics and Shoe Cam. He also said his contributed work included Final Say on guest marketing plans to boost ratings and more. Kevin accused the producers of planning to use elements from the Wendy Williams show on their new talk show with Sherry Shepherd. A hearing for the case is set for later this month. And that's, congratulations, I guess, to Kevin for kind of like winning that, right?
What you got to say, Gary?
I'm listening, though, but I guess if he did.
No, you upset. Now he don't have to be going out the Wendy money. He got his own money now.
He can have his own money, but I wonder if Miss Sharina going to stay with him because I thought they said she had left him too, so he'd have some extra change for his next woman, but. Yeah,
that's
poor
messy.
Wendy, though, but Wendy's still sick, Ricky, so let's keep her still lifted in prayer.
Yeah? Okay.
No, it's just the way he said. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brad.
Well, moving on, y'all.
Gary, you really concerned? And how much sleep did you lose?
Ricky, honestly, though, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I'm still stressed about it, but I'm glad Brad is bringing it to light to let the people know that what's really going on. Thank you, Brad.
You're welcome, Gary. Well, y'all, look like Atlanta rapper Quavo is preparing to become a college student. Reportedly, the 32-year-old recently released his ball cap line, which pays tribute to the University of Georgia's football team. And during an interview, he revealed that he plans to enroll at the university next year. He said, next year, I'm going to enroll myself into the University of Georgia, and I'm going to be a student on campus. I love UGA to the fullest. I just want everybody to rep this hat and put it on their hair because we ain't capping about our rap. While the Migos rapper didn't say what he'll be studying at the school, he does believe that the Georgia Bulldogs football team will earn their consecutive third national championship soon, he said. He said we coming hard this year, and we going three-peat. So congratulations to Quavo. All right, y'all, we going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring, and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's the time?
I said it's 27 minutes before the top of the hour.
Come on.
It's 27 minutes before the top of the hour. Fick it. It's 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is Talk It Out Tuesday. Listen, man, y'all please help me welcome licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
Man, we're so happy to have you. Let's jump right into the therapy room. So I know you got something special for us this morning.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. And this morning we're just going to continue our conversation talking about self-care in September. And last week we talked about the newborn developmental stage. This week we're going to get into the second and third stages, which is the toddler stage and the school age stage. Okay, so let's get into the toddler first. So I want y'all to kind of envision maybe like a 2 or 3 year old, but we're looking at the behavior from the perspective of how they're taking care of themselves. So that toddler is somewhere around 2 or 3. Right, they're just recognizing that they have a voice. They're starting how to understand how to use the word no. So if y'all have had an experience with a toddler, y'all know no is their favorite word, right? But the problem is they know how to say no, but they don't really understand what they need yet.
Right.
Right, so they're saying no to the wrong thing. So in this stage, we're looking at you are saying no to people offering you help, right? So you're struggling with tasks for too long and you're wearing yourself out. You're trying to figure things out on your own instead of accepting help or asking for help from others. So oftentimes toddlers express themselves by like having fits or tantrums because they lack the ability to communicate what they need. So have y'all ever saw like a grown person have a full tantrum? Right?
Yeah.
Because they were frustrated, about something instead of just being able to communicate and say, hey, this is what I need. This is what I'm struggling with. They can't ask for help. So if you can't ask for help and you're struggling and you're having adult tantrums, you might be in this toddler phase.
That is great. Like, that's a real thing, for real.
Gary had one every day, don't he?
Yeah, but I do notice, Counselor Spring, that whenever you say no to people, their energy shift. Like they cannot accept no. And then people try to manipulate you to make you believe that no is mean. No is not mean. It's only the answer to your question, just not the answer that you hoped for. And I've been cussed out and had people have an attitude with me for saying no.
Yeah, and it's because we don't learn how to navigate these phases and know how to take care of ourselves. And oftentimes people have a hard time with your no because they have an issue with saying no. So they're like, how dare you say no to me when I overextend myself and I do stuff for everybody else? They expect that same treatment, right? But what you're getting into now, Ricky, is the third stage, and that's the school age stage. So I'm going to tell you all about that one. That person is starting to understand a little bit more about who they are in relation to others. They know what they need to some degree, but they feel guilty for asking for it, right? So that school age person, they fear losing connections with others, and they're afraid that people won't want to play with them, right? You won't want to play with me if I don't do what you want me to do or I don't accommodate you. So what this stage does is you don't take care of yourself to keep people around you because you've learned that people stay when you obey, right?
Oh, wow.
So your priority is to accommodate others and deny yourself. Beyonce posted something this weekend, and it really resonated with me. She said that limiting people's access to you is self-care. And what I added to that was limiting your access to people is self-care, too. So when you're in this school age phase, you really have to understand who needs to be in your space. And you have to be able to understand how to limit people's access to you. So if you're in a relationship where people are always expecting you to give and they aren't reciprocal and people are taking and you're not taking care of yourself because you're taking care of others, you might be in this school age stage. And this stage is really going to keep you stuck feeling guilty and hinder your ability to fully care for yourself.
You know, Council Spring, Brett rung my doorbell last night, and I sat in my living room and watched it. I did not want to go to the door because it's like, can I borrow some toilet paper? Can I borrow some sugar? Can I borrow or whatever? And I just stood there. And I watched her, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it this time. I get tired of her. So what is that called? Like when I sat there and I just watched it.
That's called being mean.
What?
That's called being mean. If I come to my brother for some toilet paper, the least you can do is give me a couple of sheets. Why not enjoy the goal? We all go.
Tell him, Brad.
Yeah, Council Spring. So I'm trying to look out for myself because she, I had to do it. I'm so sorry. Council Spring.
Being stingy.
Let everybody, I left her out there. And I want everybody to know that Talking Out Tuesday segment is not meant to take the place of actually going to therapy, but it is a start. And you can always get more information on Yonetta's website, YonettaSpring.com, on Instagram at Groundbreakers Therapy. So y'all make sure, y'all give it up for Yonetta Spring, y'all. Come on. All right, we love you. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.